Hello. The only two social media apps I use are TikTok and Instagram. Majority of the time, however, I use TikTok, but when I do use Instagram, it's to briefly scroll and look through people's stories for maybe about 10 minutes. TikTok takes up more of my time since I can see myself scrolling for hours. It's not the healthiest habit. I find myself scrolling for 30 minutes after I wake up or before bed, but it is just, I find it as a form of entertainment when I just want to rest and take a break and just chill for the time being. But at the same time, it does affect my productivity, especially when doing homework. I also feel that it's shortened my attention span since clips on TikTok are so short. But I have found a way to deal with that with apps that block the app for a given time. But anyways, content-wise though, I would say that seeing how others are with their lives is more of a positive thing for me, and rather than comparing myself to them in a negative way, it just motivates me to work hard and achieve the same things I want in life. I also see it as like an educational platform because there are some educational TikToks, but all in all, while I can survive without social media, it is an outlet that I enjoy having because I just like to know what's new, and I do view it as a way to connect with others.
So as you can see, I spend quite a lot of time on my phone and mostly on social media. But social media takes a big toll on my productivity. It can distract me from work, so I often have to put a screen time on it just to focus or just use certain apps. I think social media can be just a stepping stone for validation from others, but I don't see social media that way. Social media can be really entertaining, but it doesn't have to be a really important thing in your life and just something you need. But it is mostly used for entertainment. To me, I do see social media as a news outlet, so I can just check what's happening, especially when it comes to other individuals.
For social media, I check it about 3 to 5 times a day. I spend around 10 to 40 minutes every time I check. And I did compare myself a lot to people on social media, especially my peers or different influencers, just because I think they generally have a lot of they generally enjoy a lot of what life has to offer. People go outside and travel a lot, and I often don't have that type of luxury. But now I often gravitate towards just enjoying my own life as it is. For my social media, or comparing my social media presence or my following page to other people's followings or pages, I did compare myself or my page to other people's pages, but I think I stopped posting a lot, so the comparison hasn't been as frequent, I'd say. I'd say social media does have a way of affecting my productivity. I think it still often distracts me from doing the work. I know that it distracts me from chores, schoolwork, spending time with friends and family. It just decreases my productivity rate. I think social media affects how I view myself a lot of the times, especially it was when I was a little younger, but now it's it's not as apparent as it was before. I would say social media has influenced the way that I view success, happiness, and personal achievement. I think in a more positive way, because I try to generally look at other people's pages and think that, or try to utilize social media to my advantage. one of the hardest parts about being on social media is just the comparison aspect and like taking away my productivity. I think I learned how to use it to my advantage by going on pages that like increase that positivity, encourages me to go out into the world and just to be more productive and do things on my own. So because of that, I started started looking at like social media pages that for schoolwork or for or utilize social media for communication. There were generally a lot of ways that social media has influenced my success, and one of them is being just utilizing brain rot for my to my advantage. I think social media definitely has has been a vital part of my life because it taught me to be more realistic and to not let anything distract me from getting in the way of what I wanted. But it definitely does have a lot of like negative aspects. But overall, I've learned how to utilize it in a way that's positive in my life.